Hi everyone. So in the previous video we already discussed about the internal links. So in this video we are going to talk about the crawl budget. What is the crawl budget in SEO, right? The search engine optimization. We already started this series, and I guess this is the 10th video in this series, right? And this video we are going to talk about the crawl budget. What is the crawl budget? It means you have a website and you want to index your website in Google terms, or you can say Google storage, right? So the Google has some Google bots, right? You can say crawler. So what is the crawl budget? Budget means if Google allows your website for it's let's assume your budget is a 1 minute for your website. It's a crawl budget is 1 minute. It means for 1 minute, in the duration of 1 minute, how much the content the crawler crawl in a single time, right? In the single time frame, you can say in a 1 minute how much content it can uh, crawl. So this is the crawl budget. If many website has a 4 to 5 minute budget, and small sites has 1 minute, less than 1 minute crawl budget. So how Google decide for the crawl budget, and what the factor behind the crawl budget, how you can reach out, or you can say how you can increase your crawl budget for your website, right? So in this series completely we will talk. So let's start the video. So I have my computer screen where I've written complete these things, right? So first of all, let's start with the definition. So crawl budget is the number of pages Google bot crawl and indexes on the website within a given time frame, right? Yeah, it's a same thing previously I explained you, right? So crawl budget is the number of pages Google bot indexing and crawl on website within given time frame, right? So we already discussed about this thing. Okay, so how you can know what's your crawl budget, and you can say what is the factor, right? So the factor is mostly, right? Mostly the factor which affect the crawl budget is the authority of your website. What's the meaning of the authority? We already discussed this thing, authority of the website authority, DAPA, right? So what is the DAPA? Domain authority, page authority, right? So those things are decide for the crawl budget, and they make crawl budget friendly for your website, right? So DA and PA is very important for the crawl budget, you can say, but the Google not consider as much like that. But there are some tools like the most consider the DAPA according to your website ranking and website pages, content, images, optimizations, right? So they decide your they determine your page authority and the domain authority. And mostly SEOs who are have been working in this field 15 to 16 years, they says that the DA and PA affect your crawl budget, right? So it's a common thing. And the higher authority websites highly active, which means they post daily, regularly, and their every content and the images are well optimized according to search engine, right? So those websites crawl budgets always will be high, right? So so higher website authority, it means higher crawl budgets. Let's talk about the other things, how crawl budget is assigned, right? So this is the topic, how crawl budget assigned for a website. You have a website where you have a 10 to 20 pages in your websites, right? It could be anything, you have a privacy page, you have home page, about sections, all these things you have in your page. But what is the main essential thing, or we can say factor, for the crawl budget, and how Google bought, or you can say how Google assign, right, crawl budget for your website. So first thing is a crawl limit and host load. Host load, that means it's like first thing is the crawl limit. Okay, so if you give some access and you have enable some access, right, like disable some access in your roboTXT file, right, you have 100 pages, and you in the 100 pages you disable 10 pages for crawler. So it's depend, assign and Google assign your crawl budget, right? So this kind of thing. Second thing is a host load. It means if your hosting company is not well performed or not giving high speed for your website, so uh, it's very high chance your crawl budget will be low for the website, because higher speed host speeds is, it's like it means you have a higher authority, right, and your website will open within a second because your host is very well. So the crawl budget also decide with these things, right? Second thing is a crawl domain and crawl scheduling. Crawl demand, demand and the crawl scheduling. Crawl demand, that means uh, it means if you're working, or you can say if you're selling in the market, right, something which let's assume if you're selling this product, and in this similar product your competitor is, or a huge number of competitors for this product, and the same, for the same product the competitors are very high, and all the competitors are uh, trying for the crawl budget and the increasing crawl budget. They are doing SEOs for the website, all these things are doing. Here what will happen, here the crawl demand is very high. People, every competitor wants to uh, wants to uh, wants to come crawl budget in their website, so everyone's want that, right? So here the crawl budget is very high, so crawl demand is very high, right? So here what will happen, here the crawl budget is very high, and the the crawl demand set is very high, and what will happen, all the competitors are competing for this one keywords or one single content or niche. Here the page authority and the domain authority will also helpful, right, for the crawl budget, and it's affecting essential thing for the crawl budget. Crawl scheduling, that means uh, when scheduling your crawlers, right, let's say if crawl schedule your for your website, it's given time duration like 1 minute, right, and in that 1 minute if your website is not completing each and every aspect of the Google search result, or you can say SEO, so it will also affect the crawl budget, right? If you have a good website, good SEO as well as SEOs, and all these things are optimized, well optimized in your website, it means you can get some extra, or you can say you can get some extra crawl budget for your website, right? Okay, so let's talk about how to optimize for crawl budget. If you have a less crawl budget, what are the factor, what are the things you should do for optimize your crawl budget? You can get higher chance for crawler, right? So what are the things? So there are total 6 things. So first thing is a ignore unnecessary URLs through robot.txt file. What is the unnecessary URLs? It means in your website, let's says if you are writing any content, right? And uh, let's say if you are creating a a page, right? And you given some URL name, right, for that particular page, but in the uh, later, after creating all the pages, there's some uh, there's some unnecessary URLs created through that page, right? But it's an automatically things, it's not made by your website or host. It's created by automatically it's created. So in the robot text file, you have access to disable and enable of the for the crawlers, right? So where if you have some unnecessary which you not needed that time, or you can say if you delete some pages and in the robot.txt file that page are still mentioned here, so try to disable that kind of the pages, right? You lost that page, or you can say you deleted that page previously, but now you have not that page in your website. So try to avoid, or you can say disable for the crawler in the robot.txt file, right? Second thing is a broken link or dead end. Always if you have a broken links, that means where some links in your website mention of other website, you can say, or your internal links you mention, and that links are already broken. It means you that pages which you mentioned that page link in the internal links or the backlinks, and now its page is not available in your website, or you can say in other pages, right? So try to avoid, or you can say that try to close that page or delete that page link, right? Internal links. So this is the second thing. Third thing is a more redirection can create problem. Redirection, it means if you are creating more redirections, like here you give a redirection. We already discussed about the redirection, right? 301 and 302. What is the 301? What is the 302? That redirection. So we already discussed is the temporary 301 is a temporary redirection, and the 302 is a permanent redirection. So if you are giving if you are given some more extra redirection in website, so it will create a problem for your crawlers, right? Try to avoid this thing. Fourth thing is that content should be crawling friendly. Crawling friendly, it means you should not have a confusional, or you can say get confusing, right? It should not get confused to crawler, like you have a same kind of the pages, same kind of the content in the two different pages, so it will confuse your crawler, right? So try to avoid those things. So always try to create your content according to the crawlers. Crawler friendly, it should be crawler friendly, right? Fifth thing is hosting is poor, strong your hosting. If you have a poor hosting, right? Uh, if you if you are taking some hosting, right, and that hosting is very poor and the speed is very dead, like it's not as much a good speed, and always if you open your website in some other devices, it's always buffering, and the some images and some videos are not running in that pages. So you have to change your host, right? If you change your host, it will become strong, and it will that speed will also get high, right? Sixth thing is structure hierarchy should be managed. That means the structure hierarchy. What's the meaning of structure hierarchy? That means uh, in the structure you have h1, after h1 you have h2, h3, h3. It is the hierarchy, right? The structure hierarchy, and your content in the paragraph should be the according to your hierarchy, right? So this is the thing. Your structure hierarchy should be managed according to your content. It should be very optimized, and it's the help to crawler, right? And also it will make it will gain your website authority, right? And if you gain website authority, it's when you get more crawl budget. So in this video we already discussed this complete thing, right? In the next video we will talk about the naked link. What is the naked link and why you should avoid naked link in your website? If you mention any naked link, what is the you can say disadvantage of naked links? And we will also we will discuss about the Google Search Console. What is the Google Search Console, and what is the things if you are using Google Search Console, where you should go and how you can check your website performance, right? So this kind of the thing we will discuss in the next video. For this video, this much guys. I hope you really like my video. If you like my video, press the bell icon and subscribe our channel and hit the like button. Okay, bye guys.